Welcome to the Maria Liberati Show, where food meets art, travel, and life. So what does food mean to you? Well, join me. This is my special Thanksgiving episode, and I'm going to share with you a segment from my new book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Diaries, Seasons. And it's actually an entry from my blog when I was in Italy, but it's really about a Thanksgiving past. And it's titled The Thanksgiving Opera. And then I'll be sharing a recipe also, special Thanksgiving recipe as well. And I just want to mention before I go on that I have some special events coming up in the new year. I'll be doing 2 wine pairing dinners at the Ridgewood Winery. It's a beautiful winery in Berks County, Pennsylvania. It's actually in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania. And they have some really great wines, delicious wines. And I'll be doing a 4-course wine pairing dinner. One will be on January 29th, and the other is a special Valentine's Day one, and that will be on February 10th. You can sign up for the events on eventbrite.com. If you have any questions about the event, you can call the Ridgewood Winery or email us at info@marialiberati.com. Stay with me for that segment from my book and a recipe. And as promised, here's an excerpt. It's a segment from my latest book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Diaries, Seasons. And this is titled The Thanksgiving Opera. My grandmother, or Nonna Maria, loved the Italian opera. She loved to sing all the Italian classics. And to this day, when I hear an opera, you can be sure one of the songs will bring back memories of her singing at the table after a long dinner. My grandparents immigrated to the U.S. and settled in South Philadelphia. My grandmother even sang with a young Mario Lanza in a church-produced opera there. When I look back on things that Nonna did, it seems like everything had acts and scenes, just like an opera. Dinners, making preserves, or her famous biscotti. Just about everything from the drama of preparation to the presentation. There was almost always the same thrill as witnessing an opera from the overture to the final act. But I think one of her grandest operas was the Thanksgiving dinner. It had many acts, from the opening act of a table full of appetizers to the first course. Almost always her scrumptious lasagna made from fresh pasta dough and tomato sauce. Then the turkey arrived, then everything else as its own course. Roasted potatoes with fresh rosemary, spinach sauteed in garlic and olive oil, and then the salad, typically served last in Italian households and in Italy. Next came the fresh cheeses and dried meats, then fresh fruits and nuts, and then fresh fruit macedonia, a type of fresh fruit salad, followed by the desserts. Every course was so special, made with such care, that you had to focus on one at a time, just like at the opera. Nonna was always the diva of the opera, from its preparation to the final act. And I can't forget about the audience. 35 or more family and friends, old and young, gathered around as many tables as you can fit in a kitchen. Everyone gasped at the arrival of each course, just like at the beginning of a new opera act. Upon the arrival of an act, the audience grew quiet, anxious to savor what was put before them. The tastes were as pleasing to the palate as the sounds of a great tenor like Luciano Pavarotti or Mario Lanza, or a soprano like Maria Callas. You don't want to miss a minute of a memorable performance. After all the plates were cleared away, the memorable final act was Nonna serenading us with one of her opera songs. And Nonna might chime in with one of the love songs he sang for her when they first met. Oh, what a beautiful opera, one I can never see again, unfortunately. But I'm thankful this Thanksgiving not only for having food at the table, but also for all those special memories I can look back on. A Thanksgiving opera. And here's one of my favorite desserts for Thanksgiving dinner, and this is one that I'll be doing this Thanksgiving. It's an amaretto cheesecake, and I wanted to share this recipe with you. Hopefully you'll get to try this also. This recipe serves 10 to 12. For the crust, you can use 2.5 cups of crushed graham crackers or any other type of hard cookie that you like, and 2/3 cup of melted butter. For the filling, 32 ounces of cream cheese, or I like to use farmer's cheese, 6 eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 1/3 cup of melted butter, a tablespoon of vanilla, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 16 ounces of plain yogurt or sour cream or plain Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of almond extract, 1 tablespoon of orange extract, 1/4 cup of amaretto liqueur, and some hot water. Combine the crust ingredients and blend thoroughly. Press the crust into the bottom of a 10-inch springform pan and about 1 inch up the sides. Place in the refrigerator while making the filling. For the filling, place the cream cheese in the bowl of an electric mixer. Cream until smooth. Add in the eggs and beat until they are well incorporated. Add all the remaining filling ingredients and blend until smooth. Pour the filling into the crust. Place the springform pan in a roasting pan and fill the roasting pan half full of hot water. Bake this at 350 degrees for 1 hour or until the center is set. Remove from the oven. Then you're going to remove the cake from the roasting pan and allow it to sit on a rack to cool. The cheesecake can then be refrigerated before serving. Thanks for listening to the Maria Liberati Show and joining me for my traditional reading of the Thanksgiving opera from my latest book, The Basic Art of Italian Cooking, Diaries, Seasons. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, plan on joining me in the new year at the Ridgewood Winery in Bechtelsville, Pennsylvania for one of my 4-course wine pairing dinners. The first one is on January 29th, and the second one is a Valentine's Day special event, and that's going to be on February 10th. So hoping you can join me for those events, and you can register for those events on eventbrite.com or call Ridgewood Winery, or just send us an email, info@marialiberati.com. And as always, I wanted to give special thanks to my producer, Britton Roselle. And you can find me on Facebook at Chef Maria Liberati, on Instagram at Maria Liberati, on Twitter at Maria Liberati, on Pinterest at Maria Liberati, the Maria Liberati channel on YouTube, the Basic Art of Italian Cooking by Maria Liberati channel on Roku, and my Vimeo channel, the Maria Liberati channel also. And as always, my website, marialiberati.com, or the podcast website, the marialiberatishowcom. And if you get to try the amaretto cheesecake, or you would like to share a photo of that if you get to try that, or share a photo of your Thanksgiving table with us if you hashtag it, the Maria Liberati Show, hashtag that photo and share it on social media. We'll try and pick it up and share it on the website of the Maria Liberati Show. Until next time, happy Thanksgiving and peace, love, and pasta.